My name is Oriol Badia, and I come here to represent Malloy Aeronautics. We're a small British company, famous for having developed the first hover bike. But we're actually working every day to solve a simple yet very complex challenge of our days, which is moving objects from A to B and ultimately people. So I'll start with a story. Who in here, I've left my phone there, but has a smartphone? If you can grab it and feel it, that's probably the most astonishing piece of technology that we've ever had. It's a very, very powerful device. It lets you connect to the entire world, communicate with everyone instantly, and even run a business from a coffee shop, right? So this makes us feel free. It gives you the power of doing everything anywhere. However, is that freedom real? Well, it is, but thanks to billions and billions spent in infrastructure. It's not magic. So as soon as you step out of the areas of range of those antennas, I heard some people here asking for the Wi-Fi password, you're basically left playing Candy Crush. I'll put another example. Cars. Cars are the symbol of freedom, put straight. As a teenager, you get your first car, you can drive anywhere, you feel powerful. However, you need billions and billions of infrastructure to support that effective freedom. So if you want to go from A to B, you better hope there's a road leading to B. If not, there's little chance you're going to make it there with most cars. Think about emergencies for now. An ambulance service that needs to go from A to B to assist an emergency. But they are limited by logistics. They cannot go faster than the traffic on that road. They might be able to jump red lights, but they can't jump over cars, they can't jump over buildings. And every second counts. So what happens when there's no infrastructure at all? In the case of an emergency, a natural disaster, and you need to send critical items on time to save lives. So while we were developing this technology, we've had many chats with humanitarian and defense organizations. And one of the common challenges they faced, and they told us, was how difficult it is to move critical supplies to the point of need in emergency situations. So roads might be blocked, helicopters or planes might not be able to land in there, and getting there by foot makes it more challenging or even almost impossible. So we said, can we use this technology that we have to be able to send these critical supplies on time to save lives? And the answer was yes. That's what we came up with. A series of vehicles called the T or TRVs, which are electric, autonomous, can go from A to B over any obstacles on the ground, and that can deliver from 1 to 180 kilograms of payload. So the benefits are obvious. They're safe, no pilots. They're electric, so low maintenance, low cost of operation, and they are scalable. They're scalable in size and in operational size. You can send one, or you can send 10 at the same time with no extra manpower. Some of the things we've done so far, we've been able to send a drone to find a life jacket and deliver a life raft, simulating someone that's falling off a ship at sea. So you got that instant reaction. We have been able to tell the drone to go and find a specific box of supplies with a QR code on top, land, pick it up, and deliver it to another point without any human input. And we've been testing our vehicles in extreme environments just to make sure that they operate in the real operational environment. So this is real. This is something that has happened. It's not science fiction at all. It is a development, an ongoing development, but all of that is here. So what can we do with it? Well, right now, there's many things we can do. Here are some examples. Ship to ship and offshore resupply. Some of the items required in those situations and environments are not such that they require a helicopter or difficult maneuvers between ships just to make sure nothing goes wrong, and you can just deliver that little piece of equipment that you need. Mountain resupply. I have met personally people who witnessed beer delivery in the Alps with a helicopter. While it's exciting, it's not worth the risk of putting a pilot doing that, especially in some environments. And of course, with natural disasters, we are able to deliver these critical supplies to people before the emergency teams come, so increasing the chance of survival. These are things that we can do in the present. It's literally finding the right people together to start doing these things. So what can we do in the future? Well, technically, extending the range of logistic operations, which actually means getting to more places faster, safer, and in a cost-efficient way. This will allow companies to start deploying supply chains with no infrastructure in the ground, and ultimately having flying taxis and air ambulances. There are many challenges. Some of them have been mentioned: battery technology, regulations, and ground infrastructure to support these operations. So how do we charge those batteries? How do we feed them? Where does the vehicle land in a city? But all those challenges are being addressed as we speak. So the key point here is we need to test as much as we can, to learn as much as we possibly can, to make all of these things useful for the end user. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'll be around, or you can throw me anymore.